So this is a joke. This is not okay. And it's kind of like that. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can see by the title, we are testing the brand new Beauty Bay X Nikkie Tutorials palette, and I am so excited. I've done my base. I've never normally do my base off camera. I normally do my eyeshadow after my brows and then do the base, but I thought I'm going to start doing a lot more tutorials on my channel with just eyeshadow. So obviously that will result in me doing my base beforehand, and I feel like I actually quite like it like this. Like, I'm not sure if I'd go out without eyelashes, but I just feel like it's quite nice on its own, and it's a bit nicer to start a video with some makeup on already, and it makes the video more like content rather than you watching a whole tutorial. You don't need to see this, like, you just need to see the eyeshadow. So if you want to actually see how I do my base, I have got a video. I'll leave it down below. What was that? I don't know, but I'm going to get straight into it. So if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, make sure to go and do so. I'm going to leave it just here, and subscribe down below, and make sure to hit on the bell, because annoyingly you won't necessarily see it in your subscription box if the bell isn't on. Other than that, I'm going to get straight into it, and let's see what we create. So first of all, this is what the palette looks like. It's so beautiful. I just feel like if you could pick a palette more pretty. I don't even know if you can see. Can you see like the little like glittery bits? I don't feel like you can. Where's the actual box? I've just opened this now. I haven't actually used it yet. The box kind of has, you can see there, like the little like glitters on the top. And it's so pretty. It's almost like, you know, like really iridescent glitter. It's like somebody just poured it all over, but obviously it doesn't come off. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm about to open it up. You've probably seen it anyway. So basically, if you open the pink side, this is supposed to represent like bright stuff. Like obviously it's got the bright side, which has got a normal mirror, which I feel like is really handy, because obviously if you're doing your makeup, I might actually do it in this little mirror just to like test it out. If you're traveling around, I feel like it's so handy. It's not like a tiny mirror either, like it's quite big, and I feel like, well, it gets both eyes in, doesn't it? So it's pretty good. And that is this side. I'm so in love with this orange. It kind of looks like a deeper orange than it actually is, but look at these shimmers. Wow. And then if you open the other side, this is more supposed to be like, I don't know what it's called. What does it say? It says this palette also shows a different darker side of me. So obviously this is this side, and it's got stuff like makeup shamers and people like that are hating, and it's kind of like on, I think it's on a gravestone, so that's what it kind of represents. And that is this side, and I'm just obsessed. I feel like it's just such a cool idea. I've never seen anyone do this, and especially this mirror. This is a magnifying mirror, so obviously it's a lot closer up, which I just think is really handy as well. But I just love it so much. I'm absolutely in love with the shade All In, and that is kind of what it looks like. I'm going to swatch it on my hand quickly. I should just say that the swatches, wow, don't live up to their potential when just put straight on the hand, but I feel like shimmers normally do. It's kind of got like a pink, I don't know if you can see that, it's really hard to show on camera. I've watched another video like this, and obviously like on camera you can't always see, but in real life it's kind of got like a pink, I feel like you can see there, tinge to it, if you see like that, like kind of like purpley, and that is the shade All In. I'm not really sure what look to go for. I don't really want to do a neutral one. I feel like I might go all out and do like a really creative look, but then I also want to keep it quite, you could follow this along. Like, I'm sure a lot of you, if you follow me on my Instagram, you know what my crazy looks kind of look like, and I feel like I wouldn't probably, I mean, I would go shopping in them if I needed to nip to the shops, but like if I was going out, I wouldn't do it for that, you know? So I'm really not sure. I feel like maybe like a blown out pink, And then maybe I could put this pink on top. Can you see? I feel like that might be quite a nice vibe. I'm really not sure. Should we go with that? And then I could deepen it up with the purple. I don't feel like I've seen anyone do that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. And I could always come back and do a creative one another day. I feel like I'm gonna go pink because yeah, there's a beautiful pink here. Then we've got the purple, where is it? Here. And then I might just use this shade, which is Pride or Roxy Catan. And I feel like, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know. Can you see that? Like, I think I'm gonna go with that. I feel like I haven't seen anyone do it and I feel like it might just be a good idea. I really like this green though. It's called Ooh. I haven't seen a green like that before. But I feel like, thing is, it's like, how many shades in here? 20? Has it got 20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not done, but just trying to count. 20 shades. So obviously they've got 2 neutrals and then we've got like 1, 2, 3. Why am I counting them? You can see how many shimmers there are, and it's such a beautiful palette and such a beautiful creation. I just feel like, especially as a present or something as well, like, just can we just cope how beautiful it is? I don't think I've seen a palette this beautiful ever. But I just feel like the actual colours, I could probably do like a sunset maybe, or more of like a bluey look. There's endless possibilities with this palette, but I think I'm going to go with pink. Maybe. Who knows? I think pink. Should we go with pink? The thing is, I don't want to just do like a blown out pink. Probably will. Okay. And we've also got this peachy colour. I don't want to use the finger I've already used. And it's kind of like that. So I feel like I could... Oh. Oh, okay. I think we're going to go with pink. I'm going to use the mirror as well to probably like actually test it out, because I feel like you want to actually use what's in the palette. That's the whole point of having it. I think we are going to go in with... I think we're going to go in with Slasher. So that is this deep purple shade here, if you can see. Just there. That is the shade I'm going to be starting with. And I'm just going to be building that up into my crease and just really like packing in that colour. Wow, it's really pigmented. And I don't really know what kind of vibe I'm going to go for, but I think I'm going to blow it out a little bit. I don't really want to keep it... Like, I want to keep it quite, you could go out in it, but I also don't want it to be so, I don't know, like just here. Like, I want it to come out a little bit. So I'm going to blow it out a bit, blend it out after a while, and then maybe like add some more blush just to like my forehead area so that it's not completely... Because I feel like, I don't know if you've watched my other tutorial where I did like a blown out neutral look, and obviously it goes into my bronzer, so it looks just really seamless. But I do quite a lot of those looks on my feed, and when I'm actually just posting on my channel I seem to have that makeup look in a lot. And I just feel like I just prefer it personally to maybe just like a simple smaller eye look. But yeah, that is what I'm gonna go with. I'm really happy with the pigmentation. And I don't know about you, but do you ever buy something like a palette and you're like, this is so beautiful, I want to buy another one, knowing full well it's gonna last you the longest time? And that is literally how I feel. I don't even know, is it still in stock? I hope so. What is this? That was not there a minute ago. That's really annoying. Oh my god, my lighting's literally just gone from like 8 to 1. And I'm not pleased. But can we just talk about the pigmentation? Like, I'm not even properly like blending it out. I'm just kind of packing on the colour. It might seem like I'm blending, but that's just like me going like that, you know? So obviously I'm just packing on the colour at the moment, and I will blend it out with a softer shade, and this is not the finished look. I feel like also maybe if you do makeup a lot on yourself, you'll really learn to trust the process. But if you... what is going on? Oh, this is a joke. This is not okay. Will you just like to move yourself? I was literally filming. There we go. I've kind of fixed it. You'll have to put up with me. So yeah, what was I saying? Probably a lot of things. I literally can't remember. I was talking about palettes and how I like to buy more than one. You know the Mitchell palette that was with Beauty Bay? I got really scared it was going to sell out. Obviously it did sell out. And like not restock, because he started talking about his own brand, and I forgot to buy another one just to like have a one there just in case. And I mean, I wish I'd done that. But yeah, that's really annoying. So I might buy another one of these, just because I'm really obsessed with this purple, and I feel like every single eyeshadow palette that I own owns a purple. But nothing is like this. It's almost like, you know how you imagine grape to be? Like, if you have a grape, it's not actually that colour of the grape. So you know if you have like, I don't know, maybe there's like a grape Fanta, I'm sure there is. And that is not the actual colour of a grape. Like, let's be honest, your purple grapes are actually like burgundy. They're more like red, aren't they? Maybe they've got a tinge of purple, but I'm sorry, there's no way they are like this purple. But this is what I'd call was grape purple, you know? So maybe. I love these kind of looks so much. I feel like you can really like blow it out, make it look really, really soft, even though right now it looks like I'm about to do 3 cut creases. I don't even think I'm gonna cut my crease. Wow, this is just a video of me just rambling. I also feel like when I just create, I just go into my own little bubble. So I'm here like I need someone here to talk to me, but I'm obviously talking to you, but I don't know what you want me to say. I'm just talking. So obviously this is kind of like a close-up. I feel like it's really difficult because of this situation, so we're just going to ignore that. Next I'm going in with the pink, which is called Blend and Snap, and I absolutely love that name. Like, what an iconic name, like just what a cool name really. And I'm then going in with Circular Motions, as we all should in life. Or no, we don't. Oh, you know what I mean. And basically just kind of trying to blend out them edges. I also feel like I'm shaking the mirror at the same time. I do this thing and I'm doing like a tutorial, and I look back and I look back and edit it, and I'm literally like this. Or like my face is down there, and it's really annoying because then you can't actually see. So that's why I feel like using a smaller mirror, you can see it a little bit better, but also sometimes it kind of like blurs out the light, so the lighting just doesn't look that great. I'm not really, we're gonna go with it, just ignore it for a minute, guys. I also don't want it to be, I don't want it to look like a straight line. I feel like because I haven't actually gone back over, this is so important to go back in with your first shade so that it doesn't get lost, because sometimes when it gets lost it almost looks like it's not blended. Now those two colours are a lot more blended than they was to start with, purely because I've gone back in with the purple to re-intensify the colour before attempting to blend it out. I just feel like the lighting's gone really dark and I'm not feeling it at all. No, I'm not feeling this.
Few moments later.
It is really blending really well, the colours together. And I also feel like sometimes with a pink this light, it doesn't always work that way. I don't know if I wanted it this blown out because it's kind of going into like one of my creative looks. So we're gonna sort that out in a minute. But I just feel like I don't like this. So I need to sort that out, to be honest, because no thanks, I don't like that. I don't like the fact it kind of just looks so in a straight line. Like, I kind of want it to blend in. Does that help? Maybe. Do you know what I mean? I just really don't. I feel like it makes my eyes look smaller, but that's probably because I haven't cut the crease or put any glitter there yet. So that's cool. I feel like it's really good so far. I'm really enjoying the colours. I'm really enjoying the blends. I'm really enjoying the palette. I feel like every colour has a meaning as well. And I feel like the purpose of it is to kind of just like sit and play. She always says like makeup is her escape, and I feel like, is there a shade called Escape? No, not yet. But I just feel like it really is. Can you see the difference? So that's when I first put it on, and that's like when it's more blended out. Obviously I haven't even finished yet, but I like to kind of do it in stages. So I'll do one part of the eye, then the next part of the next eye, before I like complete. I don't want to do like one eye then another eye, because then I can never be bothered to do the other eye. But I just feel like the meaning of this palette has like such a good meaning to each shade. She's really thought about it. It's not just like, oh, I'm getting a palette kind of thing, let's just see what shades people normally like. It's kind of like what shades haven't been done before. Like that green, I'm sorry, I've never seen a green like that. I really haven't. And the light blue is so much lighter. Oh, just look at it, it's beautiful. But I just feel like I've never seen some of these shades, and I feel like it's so hard because like a lot of like palettes have the same kind of shades. Obviously I feel like red, to be fair, I feel like every red kind of looks the same, but this red, even like, I just feel like it's perfect. It's just, it's something you need because you're not going to find these shades in other palettes. It's not just like the typical blue that's in a palette. This is more of like a bright blue. Yeah, and like I'm so happy with it. Even the orange is different. The orange is almost, it looks like a pastel-y orange, which I really like, because most oranges are like really deep and like they're all the same, to be fair. So you could kind of, if like somebody used an orange on one palette and you wanted to recreate it, let's be honest, it's going to be the same in the next palette. So I really like the fact that that orange is not like that. I'm really annoyed because I hate this. You know when it looks like it's right underneath, like I'm not feeling that. But that is literally something to be cleared up. I'm really, I just love it. I feel like the whole layout, the whole design, I really am enjoying. So I definitely recommend so far. I feel like as well the shimmers, like a lot of pressed shimmers, to be fair, Beauty Bay smash it on shimmers, but just some of these, wow, let's just say that. And it's also magnetic, so like, it doesn't just flap open, you know. So I feel like that is kind of like fully blended, and I'm really happy with how they have gone together. I feel like next I might put a shimmer all over. I don't really feel the need to cut my crease. I feel like it would look a little bit more natural maybe if I didn't cut my crease. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. But then I kind of also want to, so what do you think? I mean, do I just cut it and then put a shimmer over? What do we think? Because I feel like I don't even know if this is maybe natural. So I feel like I should just cut my crease. who knows, guys. I think I'm going to go in with the shimmer straight away. So I'm going to pop a little tiny bit. Where is it? Put a little tiny bit of my eyeshadow primer. Obviously I put my base underneath my eyes, but I do feel like straight under a shimmer, I just want to kind of pat out where it's going to go. And obviously the eyeshadow has been all over my eye, so I don't feel like my eye's very primed at this point to put a completely different like formula on, because obviously they're not the same formula. So I'm just going to do that. And it normally has about like 60 seconds before it completely like dries. So I feel like I might just give it a little bit of time. But I just really like shimmers as well, because I feel like it's so like buffed out easy. Like it just looks, even though it's obviously not natural, it looks better like on some looks than maybe like a really heavy, I don't know, I just feel like I just like it. I'm really excited. So I'm gonna, I don't know, I think it's usually applied best with finger, isn't it? So I'm gonna get Roxy Catan and I'm gonna start putting it onto my eye. It's kind of like a little bit iridescent. So as you move, it kind of like picks up the light in different places, which obviously it did the same way when I swatched it earlier. But I just feel like it's a really pretty, I really like that. Don't we just think that's like beautiful? I literally love that. And also like obviously the more you pack on, the more shimmery it's going to be. But the thing is with shimmers, I can kind of like bring it all the way, and because it's iridescent it won't necessarily pick up, but then I can also like buff back around if I don't want it there, you know. I'm now going to pick up a brush and just see the difference and see like how well, because I feel like the thing is with shimmer I have had zero, with using my finger I've had zero fallout, but I'm not sure how it works with a brush, because obviously it's got to stick to the brush and then stick to my eye. But I think I'm going to also maybe place, do we go in with Pride? Okay, I've just literally moved the whole eyeshadow. Be a bit careful. Can you see? I've kind of like moved it. I feel like this is maybe more of a chunky glitter and I'm a bit scared what I've just done. So I've had a bit of fallout with this one. Oh dear. I literally have moved the whole eyeshadow thing. Oh my gosh, I need to try and like get that back. It's quite chunky, that one. Do you know what? This would have been like very highly reviewed. I'm a bit like, okay. Obviously I still absolutely love it, but I just think that's a bit like, why is that moved so much? Then I think I'm going to go in with Ivy and maybe just pop it in the middle. Obviously it is quite shimmery already. I'm just going to add a little bit more. I don't want it to kind of look like it's just in one place. Like I kind of want it, I don't want it to be like that, where it goes up there. I kind of just want it to stay in that area. But I want it to look really seamless. Like obviously I've buffed around it, but I don't want it to be all the way up in that area. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of Ivy on my finger and just pop it in the centre. I feel like it's just brightened up just maybe like a tiny bit. I mean, who knows really. But I like the concept. I'm going to try and do maybe like pop a little bit in my inner corners. Did we go in with a different colour though? That's the question. Because I'm feeling maybe like I don't know, this yellow is really cool, but I just feel like maybe not. I don't know what to go with. Maybe we should just, no, that's a bad idea. What colour would we put like in your inner corner? Do you reckon just maybe like some more of ivy? And just really brighten it up? Because I feel like ivy is such a good colour. Oh my gosh. That is with no like pigment drops or no primer. That's literally on just my eye, which has had nothing there. Oh my gosh, can you see that? I feel like I want to maybe put some in my waterline. Okay, fallout wise, I'm not that pleased. I don't know why I went that close to the camera. There's a little bit of fallout, which I'm just going to brush off. It's a bit annoying, but like it's not a lot. And I feel like, in all fairness, it was only the shimmers, which is expected, especially the chunkier one, because I feel like the bits of glitter were a bit more chunky. I'm going to grab a brush. I think I'm just going to pop some of this ivy in my waterline. And I'm going to come back because there's just no chance it's going to happen on camera. So now just taking like a fluffy brush that's clean. Obviously it's now got pink on. I'm just blending out the outer edges. I don't want to add any more to the brush, but it kind of just like blends it up. And then after a point, I'm going to put some blusher on, and it should just look like really blended, as though it's only to here even though it's all the way up. And this is kind of how a lot of my looks go. I really like them like this because I just feel like it's quite soft colour, even though it is like really out there. But I'm just waiting for my lashes to dry. I obviously popped them in the waterline. I mean, you can really tell, and it's so pigmented, but I'm not going to go around like that, am I? So, I mean, I don't think you can actually see. Maybe if I add some bottom lash mascara, like, maybe you'll be able to tell them. But at the moment, like, obviously it's a lot, and it's really nice. But I'm not going to walk around with my eyes like that. So who knows? I'm going to add my lashes off camera and then come back when they're on to give my final thoughts. So I'm back and I'm in love. Like, can we actually just... I feel like I'm a bit annoyed about this little section because I've tried to pack more colour on, and obviously knowing that they have different formulas, that was probably a really bad idea. I mean, like, why would you try and mix formulas? You just wouldn't. But like, I really like this eye and how that's worked. I'm just annoyed about this little section. Kind of makes it look like it's going up rather than like round, but it's cool. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I don't really like under eye shadow, just not really my thing. So I feel like maybe that would add something to it, but I'm not about to try. I like how the blush obviously blends. Obviously you can tell, like, that's the whole point, like, you can tell it doesn't go all the way up, but the blush kind of like blends it in. So if you're looking at me straight on, it doesn't look as crazy as it did. I'm trying to like look at you like that so you can see the shimmer, but I'm really happy with it. I feel like, how much does it retail for? I think it's £25, which is amazing. And you get a free pop socket, which I popped on the back of my phone. It literally says Nikkie on. And I actually have never owned a pop socket before, so I absolutely love. I've been wanting to get one for like a really long time, but just never really saw one. But you got one for free with the palette, I believe, so that's really cool as well. Obviously for £25, I feel like you get so much in it. Can we just show you again, just in case you missed it the first time? Just wow, like that is worth so much. There are so many brands that like sell palettes for like 30 and up, and there's just nothing on this. I'm a bit annoyed that that happened. Like, I don't really understand. I probably pressed it too hard and then it's just like moved, but you know, it is what it is. Look at that. I'm really excited to have some fun with that next time. I was about to like swatch it on my face. I feel like I don't know whether to just do some quick swatches for you all as well. Maybe I should do that on like my arm or something. What do you think? Should we do that? But I feel like overall, like, I'm really happy with how the look has turned out. Pinks I'm not gonna lie, like I get quite scared of pink sometimes. Sometimes I do a look and I'm like, oh yeah, let's try pink, and then I'm like, it's probably not going to work out as well as I want. But I've been practicing more with them by doing looks like this, and I really like, I'm just like over the moon with how well like the shimmers have performed. I just feel like that is something to be proud of on its own. So okay, I feel like the swatches aren't probably well, they're definitely not, because look at that. So I'm probably not going to swatch them all, but I think I'm going to just swatch the shimmers. So we've got like a grey, a gold with like a green. It's almost like, have you seen Peaches and Cream Rattlesnake? It kind of looks like that. Then we've got Aura. Then we've got All In is this one at the end. And then Ivy, Pride, Roxy Catan, and Mama Tutorials, and just wow. Also the formula is amazing. Like obviously they're still glittery, but like they don't just wipe off that easy. I really like that. I hate when something can just be taken off so quick. Obsessed. What? I feel like this is gonna be like a cool thumbnail. Should we do it? No, we're not. We'll do that later. But I'm really happy with the palette. It's performed better than I thought. Not that I expected it not to, but like shimmers, just I feel like it's so hard to get right, and it's just perfect. I love it so much. I'm really happy, and I feel like if you're thinking about it again, it's definitely do. There's so much you can create, even if you want to like keep it quite neutral. You can add, I've seen a lot of people do like yellow inner corners. You could add an orange, a pink, anything you want. It's literally such a good palette. So I'm really happy to have tried it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you want to see me do more of these, I feel like doing the base first really helped. I mean, I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. I've tried to keep it shorter, but I feel like it's been more in depth. I haven't sped anything up. It's just been like me chilling, sitting down, talking rubbish, not knowing what to say, because I'm just like having fun in my own little world with the eyeshadow. I feel like obviously it's good to see bases, but my base like stays pretty consistent, and I just feel like you're here for the palette, not the full face. So if you want to see the full face, then go and check out my flawless base tutorial, which is just the base, not the eyeshadow. And yeah, that's literally it. Sometimes I mix up products, but it mainly stays like the same techniques and stuff. So I'm really happy and really excited to do more eyeshadow tutorials that are basically just, I'm just obsessed with it. Like, wow. I can't wait for the pictures on the gram, to be honest. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. I've just literally got it everywhere. I'm gonna go do a thumbnail. See you later. Bye.